Well, Virginia Tech, one of the best teams playing on their home court. They control a 42-24 lead over the Coppin State Eagles. Virginia Tech 32-2 the last 2 years inside this building, looking for win number 33. Here we go, second half, Eagles and the Hokies.
Coppin State opens in a zone, trying to change things up, make the Hokies score somewhere different than they've been scoring.
Baker hoists the triple. It's in.
And what did we say in the first half? If you're going to play zone, you better know where number 10 is.
Garris Baker continuing to shoot with fire. She's up to 8 points in the ball game. Jones driving inside, leaves it short, gets her own rebounds.
Angel Jones has not had a good game compared to what she usually is used to. And stepping out, Danny McTeer, the William & Mary transfer, the Hampton native, with a nice 15-foot look.
The All-CAA rookie team selection a few years ago. Her first year in Baltimore with the Eagles. Bad pass turned on over. Lawrence will hit the floor and pass it right back to Baker. Eck to Wenzel.
Hokies with numbers.
Baker thought about the three, instead goes to Whites. Floats it to Misha, back out to White, who throws up the three. Swirls home for Lonnie White.
And Rose Misha continues to do it all. Pick up an assist right there. Her first one of the season.
How about it for the senior from Wayne, Michigan? Virginia Tech leads 48-26. Tyler Gray bouncing inside to Lawrence. Tries the fadeaway jumper, and this one falls.
Nice little cross screen right there. Freed Lawrence up.
8 points leading the way for the Coppin State Eagles. Now into double digits with that basket with 10.
Hokies have done a really nice job of limiting her opportunities and then contesting her shots when she does get the ball down low.
Baker missing from the corner. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Eagles. And actually, go back to that three-pointer. It was a good shot from Lonnie White.
Yeah, wide open. Ball goes inside. The defense has to collapse. Lonnie White been waiting to knock that three-pointer down. She was 0 for 3 coming into today.
Tyler Gray in the corner with it. Lawrence fakes the handoff and will just take it herself.
Wow. That's a beautiful fake. And the finish for Layla Lawrence.
Almost like she's playing quarterback out there. Fakes the handoff, takes it herself.
It's an RPO.
I can't get that one to fall. Coppin's got some tempo to him. And a travel called. Gray takes one too many steps.
Yeah, Gray had a 2-on-1, but the spacing wasn't very good. You've got to make that defender have a choice to make, and the defender was able to guard both players, caused the turnover right there.
Tech leads it by 18 points. White to Wenzel. Eck casts the three ball. Bingo!
One of the best. Over 40% from deep.
Matilda Eck over 220 career three-pointers, adding another to her resume. Lawrence driving inside. Swim move. Snuffed on the way up. Possession staying with the Eagles.
Yeah, she honestly got fouled on that play right there, but they get the ball back out of bounds.
Gray floats the inbound right back to Layla Lawrence.
A little post-to-post screen here.
Leaves it short. Rebound grab by Wenzel.
Good contest again by Garris Baker.
Wenzel pickpocketed, and Tyler Gray on the receiving end. Hammonds.
Hokies done a good job on Hammonds, too. Hammond has not gotten loose.
Air ball from Jones.
Hammond is a great three-point shooter. She has not been able to find any openings today. Hasn't taken a shot.
Averaging 8.8 points per game. Kept at bay as Wenzel chucks up the three. Can't get it to fall. Misha, offensive board, and this one falls home.
Who else?
Rose Misha continuing her masterclass of her performance. And Jermaine White will take his second timeout. Hokies lead it by 23 points. one shining moment. Okay, maybe I'm not the next American Idol, but those 3 words have been synonymous with March Madness for nearly 40 years now. But have you ever wondered how this one single song became the sound for the big dance? Well, let's take a trip down memory lane and head to East Lansing, Michigan in March of 1986. Local singer-songwriter David Barrett just finished performing a set at a local bar before he stayed to watch Larry Bird and the Celtics play on national television. In an effort to explain the true poetry that he was witnessing on the TV screen to the waitress, Barrett pulled out a napkin, and slowly he started writing what would later become the lyrics to his new hit. He put these lyrics and recorded the first draft of his new hit onto a cassette tape. That tape would get passed off to a friend who got it in front of CBS executives that fall. Their reaction? It was a touchdown of a song. CBS asked Barrett if they could use the rendition to conclude their broadcast of Super Bowl 21 in 1987. And with roughly 90 million viewers tuned in to watch John Elway and the Denver Broncos square off with Phil Simms and the Giants, David Barrett was anxiously waiting for his one shining moment post-game. But there was an issue. The game ran long, and as a result, CBS cut the post-game montage and Barrett's masterpiece altogether. The songwriter got his shining moment, but was benched in the spotlight. Although a second shining moment came to be when CBS asked to use his song for the upcoming NCAA Men's Basketball National Championship that March. And this time, as the final buzzer rang and Bobby Knight and the Indiana Hoosiers claimed a national title, CBS would go off the air by introducing the world to one shining moment. As the iconic drumbeat crescendoed in, the ball was tipped, and there you are, witnessing a visual masterpiece containing all the emotions, the heartbreaks, the triumphs, and everything in between, highlighting all the atmospheres, spectacular plays, and encapsulating everything that is March Madness. A tradition was born on that March day. And now, every year since 1987, one shining moment has served as the soundtrack to some of the game's biggest moments. But hey, sometimes every good idea takes a second chance and a napkin for inspiration, right? So when the final buzzer rings and the trophy is hoisted in Phoenix in just a couple weeks, this annual tournament will go off the air with the same tradition they have for the last 37 years. And that's with the infamous words of one shining moment. Guys, the year is 2003. MySpace is the most used social media outlet. The Nokia flip phone was the hottest piece of technology on the market. And Marcus Vick and the Hokies were gearing up to take on Frank Gore and the U in a top 10 matchup at Lane Stadium in one of the Big East's premier rivalries. Yes, you heard me correct. Big East football is alive and well, but not for much longer. You see, the fall of the Big East is a story involving betrayal, fame, money, and oh yeah, your stereotypical high school friend group drama. But at the center of this monumental conference realignment were just 2 teams, Miami and Virginia Tech.
The Clemson Tigers come into Lane Stadium and roar away with a 24-14 victory over Virginia Tech.
There's an old Roman saying that reads, everything that comes in 3 is perfect. The 3 Musketeers, 3 primary colors, and hey, even the 3 meals in a day. Now, this might seem like a bizarre open, but if you take a closer look at Virginia Tech football in 2024, the same concept is apparent, believe it or not. The Hokies are led by third-year head coach Brent Pry, who just took down Georgia Tech on Saturday by scoring 21 points, which, if you do the math, is 3 touchdowns. And oh, by the way, this win also marked the 3rd straight win for Virginia Tech and the 3rd win overall in ACC play. So you see, it felt like everything was kind of pointing the Hokies' way this past weekend at Lane Stadium, with the lucky number being, well, you guessed it, 3. Well, except for the number 1 being present a few times. And yes, by number 1, I'm talking about Kyron Drones, QB1. Drones did something that no other VT player has done in a single game, and that is complete the hat trick, rushing for a touchdown, passing for a TD, and catching a touchdown pass all in the same game. Drones played a part in all 3 Hokies scores on Saturday, once again proving the point that all good things come in bunches of 3. Despite a hot start, the Virginia Tech Hokies fall at the hands of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 77-61 on this Thursday night in Castle Coliseum. However, with the formation of these super conferences and the Big Ten and SEC potentially hogging 8 of the 12 spots, the Big 12 has fallen down the food chain. Now, it's 2 evenly matched teams going at it on Saturday for not only the conference championship, but also to determine the playoff fate of these 2 football squads. I mean, it's the ultimate pinnacle of playing for all the marbles, but down to its core, it's simple. Win, you're in. Lose, you're out. Guys? 3-2. Grounded right back up the middle, and this will be Virginia Tech's first hit. Jordan Lynch taking it right where it came from, and she's on first for the second time tonight.
It's a hard hit ball by Jordan Lynch. You could tell that she's seeing the ball really well. Those couple foul balls, lots of great contact, very quick bat speed. Coach DeMore had mentioned this in our call with him, that his team hits the ball hard. They put the ball in play, they hit it hard, and good things happen.
So a one-out base hit for Virginia Tech, and Kylie Aldridge will bat from the left side. Ball number 1 at her eye level. The junior out of Hope Mills, North Carolina, looking to keep this rally that might be brewing. But Stanford will first call time and meet in the circle. Again, that was the first hit by Virginia Tech in the ball game. The battery of Prestico and Clements will meet. Again, a top 20 matchup here in Blacksburg this weekend. The 16th ranked Cardinal, the 12th ranked Hokies. First ever meeting between these two schools, both of which entering on a long win streak. The Cardinal winners of their last 12, the Hokies winners of their last 6. So something's got to give here tonight, and just game 1 of this 3-game weekend set. The 1-0, a called strike on the outer third, and it levels things off at a ball and a strike. Aldridge watches another 2-1 now. Hokies trying to continue to work the count on the freshman Prestico. Officially in the back half of this ball game. The 2-1. Inside ball number 3.
Prestico doing a good job kind of mixing up zones here.
The 3-1 offering. Ball number 4. So Aldridge will reach first on the walk. Moves his Lynch up in the process as well. So just like that, the Hokies 2 runners on for Zoe Yeager.
Great job by Taryn Kern being the backup position there. Virginia Tech is known for being heads-up base runners. That ball gets to the outfield, you're going to see Lynch over on third base.
Jessica Hollister will have a word with our home plate umpire, Eddie Hall. It was a walk of Aldridge, so Lynch was awarded second in that process. Although there was still a throw from the Stanford backstop.
And Prestico seems to be really keeping her composure, seems to be staying loose, staying calm on the mound.
First pitch to the Hokie catcher. Ball out and away. Lynch stands on second. She had a single back in the frame, and then Aldridge reached first with the walk just a batter ago. That's where we stand for Zoe Yeager, the 7-hole hitter. Strike goes 1-0. Off speed, just high at that eye level, 2-0. The 2-0, Yeager lines this one down the left field line, and it's gone. Zoe Yeager with another bomb, and the Hokies jump on top, 3-2 Virginia Tech.
Zoe Yeager, nearly 400 batting average with runners in scoring position. Should be no surprise to see her step up to the plate, take a nice, strong, big hack at this inside pitch, sending a liner over the left field fence.
That ball got out of here in a hurry off the aluminum of Zoe Yeager. Just hooking by that left field foul pole. And the Hokie faithful fired up after their catcher gives them the lead right back. 5th home run of the season for Zoe Yeager.